Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the As Always podcast, episode 144. I'm one of your hosts, James, and I'm joined, as always, by Tyler.
As always. How's it going, my friend?
Doing pretty good, how you doing?
I'm doing well.
That's
Excited to be here, as always.
That's nice. That's wonderful. All right. Today also we're joined by our boys Joe and Jack, host of the Pastcast over on the Footballers Network and other things. They do other things, but that doesn't matter.
Right.
How's it going? Welcome.
We're back. We're back to save the podcast once again. Guest of the year last year.
I was about to say. I was going to say the return.
Insight, of course.
Is that true?
It is.
Yeah, 2020, as always, guests of the year, podcast guest of the year.
And it has absolutely nothing to do with the fact that Jack was wide for the entire time.
No, hold on. Okay, I know what an aspect ratio is now, so I'm already like leagues ahead of where we were last time. So
yeah, it's a big improvement. We're getting better with time.
Yeah.
Great.
But yeah, ready to go. Happy to be here. Happy to be back. It was fun last time, so yeah. Plus, we've killed our own podcast, so it's nice to just jump on everyone else's.
That's a harsh word.
What the fuck happened to it? Because you said you were taking a break. Is it officially fully dead, or are you just still taking a break?
Well, it's kind of like we were kind of just forcing it, and also it was called the Eagles' Call, and at the end of the day,
issues.
That's just
we get it.
Yeah.
It
Well,
just
that's
was.
kill Connor
I
Club,
don't think there's
so...
a problem with that.
But the problem is we're both massively uncreative cunts, so it's like we couldn't really come up with a new name. We just
You've been very harsh about this and using lots of language like we and us when I wouldn't,
Yeah, fair enough.
There's a lot of we going on, and it was mostly a you thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah.
So yeah, well, that is what happened.
Just to be like.
What really happened?
No, it was just fully. We were doing it weekly. We were kind of burnt out. Felt like we were forcing it and didn't really have the energy as much anymore. And we were enjoying doing the podcast way more, so it was just figured, let's chill out for a little bit.
Which
maybe wait
you should
until
watch for sure.
The epic Eagles Call meetup, and then just one of those things.
Right.
Really.
Oh, interesting. But the Pastcast you're enjoying doing, and that's you're not feeling like that's low energy or anything like that?
Nah, because it's things that we actually want to talk about as opposed to Assassin's Creed,
I want to talk about Assassin's Creed.
Again,
you're saying we.
Yeah, I've got to stop.
I've
I've got to stop with the we, don't I? I've got to stop with the we.
So whose decision? Let's just break up the friendship right now. Whose decision was it to stop the podcast?
Well, I was kind of in Tyler's boat where I was just forcing Jack to do it every week. But then it was just
There's where you made the mistake. You made him do it every week. I started slow with James. I slowly locked him down, and then now it's like 5 times a week. So it's just but
too
it's
much.
too late.
And I can't get away from it now. But I do always want to kill myself. So it's a double-edged sword, really.
But that's why I picked James, because I knew he was a coward and he wouldn't do it.
Yeah. Can't take the easy way out.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah.
So you felt like you were forcing Jack to do it, and then you started not wanting to do it. That's an issue. You've got to want to do it. Yeah. At least one of you has to want to do it. So that's how this podcast exists.
Yeah, I can tell you if Tyler suddenly didn't want to do it, this wouldn't exist anymore. I'd be like, fuck yeah, let's go. Let's just end it all.
I mean, I don't know what Then there's As Always, and As Always makes us some good money. So I don't think James wants to quite let that go.
Yeah, true. I mean, pennies makes pennies. I mean, no, I appreciate every bit of it.
It doesn't make pennies.
All of it.
Well, I mean, after the cuts and that, it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, when you make as much money as I do, it's just tiny little bit. Nah, I'm kidding. Yeah. It's really not. But yeah.
I mean, that's fine. If you don't want to do Clubhouse anymore, I'll take it solo, and I'll take all the money. So that's fine by me. This would be a fun social experiment. If I left As Always, I wonder if you would keep every patron. I wonder, and the other way around as well. If you left, I wonder if I could keep every patron. I don't think either of us could keep every patron.
But what do you think it'd be like?
I think if it was me, I could keep the vast majority by doing Clubhouse the same and still doing it the same way and throwing in David and Jared here and there. You know what I mean? But mostly soloing it and just doing Clubhouse the same exact way.
And
Yeah,
even
that's a
I'd
good
find a way.
point.
I'd have ideas. I'd like bring fucking like the patrons on again and shit, and like make them tell the stories, like call in and shit. I'd find a way. I've planned out your exit, you know, just in case you do kill yourself.
That's understandable. That's quite
Yeah,
clever.
yeah. You've got to just think about these things. I've always got fucking, you know, I'm thinking about it. I'm always 2 steps ahead. Yeah. So I think I reckon I could keep a good portion that are just like hardcore dedicated anyway. And I think I don't think you could, because you wouldn't post anything.
I'd lose them all.
I just don't know what you would do.
I think my go-to is I think I would just immediately replace you with George and hope that he carries it. I would just
You think George would carry it the same way I carry the
Number
shows?
one, I'd hope he shows up, but second of all, I would just hope that he says dumb shit and people laugh at it. That's like what I do with him. I use him because people like what he says and they think it's funny.
But how long do you think you could keep up? Like, you don't have me
don't
texting you going,
know.
all right, Clubhouse is this week, like at this time. Like, you know what I mean? You'd forget. You
I
just sort of go
really
like,
couldn't.
Oh, yeah.
I'd rather sleep in and do something else.
Yeah.
That's not to say I don't like Clubhouse. I really do like it, but I wouldn't do it myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is fun.
What you're saying is it's fun because of, you know, me and you and friendship. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Friends.
it's almost like it's fun because of the both of us, and we like each other. That might be what it is.
I think that's what it is. That's what it's been, you know, so
I
far.
hope so. Yeah.
But I mean, Tyler's the king of the podcast. I mean, it feels like you're on literally every single one on the Four Pillars Network. Plus, plus now you've got
I'm waiting for my invite to the podcast. It's fine. You haven't asked yet.
Funny you
to
mentioned
ask.
that. It's funny you mentioned that actually, but I'll talk to you about that later. But
Okay, holy
What do you think
Yeah, I know,
me?
like, literally,
I'm so
like-
far behind.
Yeah, like literally, podcasts are what I love to do the most. Is what but I feel like it's just what I do. Like on the network, like I'm jumping between Four Pillars podcast, as always, podcast and the Dynamite Show. I'm on Streamcasts for half the time as well. Like, and I love working with, you know, Eddie and Sheps. So I'm more than happy to jump on whenever they'll have me on Streamcast. Obviously, especially with Falcon Winter Soldier on and stuff. So yeah, I'm all over the place. I'm bouncing around, and now I no longer do videos anymore. I'm exclusively podcasts and videos from podcasts with the Dynamite Show. That, I mean, at the time we're recording this, premieres in 2 and a bit hours. So on the Four Pillars Network, subscribe if you haven't already. I mean, that's where we are right now. So
unless you're on podcast
do
services.
that. Exactly. So head over to YouTube and subscribe. But yeah, so I'm all over the place. So it's sort of like I just drag people around. And even with the Four Pillars podcast, it's always funny talking to the boys about it. And we say it on the show is, oh yeah, we'll just split up the intros. Everyone can just take a turn doing the intro. But then, like, as soon as the intro's done, I was like, all right, Tyler, what are we doing?
Yeah, Tyler, just take over the show.
And it's just like and sometimes like I'll have things I'll plan, and sometimes I'm like, nah, this week I just want to wing it. I know it's going to be fun. Like the last Four Pillars podcast, last 2, I'm like, I just want to wing it. Like I just feel good about it. I feel like we're going to be fine. And they've both been the 2 probably best episodes we've done of the show.
Yeah.
So
you wing it and you end up
you just got to know who you're working with, right? Like I know when it's just me and James, I'll want to write a list, but it'll be things I know that people want to hear James talk about. So then I can
Just
sort of
me. What about you?
Well, like, I'm going to interject no matter what, like, and talk, whereas, like, I feel like people love hearing James break things down, but, like, it's me that's sort of feeding it to him in some ways, but then also, like, bringing up if I disagree or agree, you know what I mean? Like, I'll have my own points. And then with guests, it's sort of the same.
Right.
And then, Four Pillars podcast, I know, all I need to do is hit record with those 3 fucking idiots, and the chaos ensues, and all I've got to do is, like, have this, like, force bubble around them. I'm just the force bubble to sort of contain them and control it, so it's sort of controlled chaos. That's how I see the Four Pillars podcast.
Right,
That's my role there.
Yeah.
It's just to sort of, like, I've got an idea what I want to do next, to make it a bit different for the next Four Pillars podcast, because we're talking about doing, like, writing the 4th chapter to James's fan fiction.
Oh yeah.
And what I want to do, James, is next time I'm going to walk away when you guys start writing it, and I want the 3 of you to write it, and then I'll come back and read it. So I don't know anything. You just text me when you're done, and then I'll come back, and then I have to read it and do voices for characters. Yeah,
That'd be
I feel
incredible.
like that's a great way to do it.
That's perfect, yeah. I'm a big fan of that.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. But yeah, I'm more than happy to be the only member of the community and the Four Pillars Network to been on every show. So yeah, waiting for that invite to the podcast.
Enough. Sounds good.
So
Yeah.
When the episode
Yeah,
comes,
not happening, boys.
I'll force myself on.
Yeah.
I reckon we should just have every possible community member. We'll even go down to like the green names on Discord and not Tyler just to fucking spite you.
Mate, I'll fucking fire the both of you. How about that? Your show's cancelled. I'll replace it with someone else. It's fine. That's out of spite. That's out of spite. No, honestly, what I've tuned into every episode of the past. I've watched more or less every single show that goes up, other than my own, onto the Four Pillars Network.
Right.
And you guys are doing a great job with that show. So really happy.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Really happy with
Yeah,
what you
good
guys are doing there. So
Yeah.
you know, I hope that you guys continue to enjoy it. And what's it been sort of? I mean, I haven't really talked to you guys about it.
Yeah.
Because you sort of ran point with Ethan most of the time in the build up to the network. What was when you were approached about the past cast, or at least an idea for the network? What were your sort of feelings and thoughts, and how you're feeling about it now?
Yeah. I mean, I think the idea from it kind of stemmed from the fact that both of us, despite being, you know, the young boys of the community, both of us, everything that we've ever adored came pretty much 10 years ago. Like, everything that we loved as kids has been driven into the ground. So essentially, we wanted an opportunity to talk about things that we actually enjoyed. And we kind of built on that thought that we could incorporate some kind of like nostalgia-focused podcast where we spoke about, you know, beloved things that, you know, still come up from time to time, but are kind of getting forgotten by the sands of time. So that was kind of the idea for it. And yeah, but we're just excited to see what it can transform into as time goes on, really.
Yeah. Well, it's been 2 months now of the Four Pillars Network, and
Mental.
it feels like longer though. Like, and it's more feels like longer because we're putting out so much content.
Yeah.
On there. Like, all of us have our own channels. All of us do our own thing. But then you look at the Four Pillars Network, and in 2 months, we've put out, like, 100 hours worth of content.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it's like
It's a few bits.
like
And
5
it's
a week,
quality.
yeah.
Great, unique individual shows with various hosts. Like, it's
Except for the
I mean-
Snyder spoiler cast, but you know.
except for that, yeah.
We'll let
And I
that
mean,
slide.
not like diverse ethically either. Ethnically, I should say. Ethnically, everyone's wide as can be. And so we probably need to, have a look at that. But that's other than that, it's fine. Just as long as no one asks any questions, we should be alright.
to be honest, I can't believe that you, Tyler, both of you even let Eddie and Sheps put that up on your channel, the Snyder Cut review.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I heard nothing about it until I saw it on.
Yeah, he snuck it. He
channel. I'll
snuck
be
it up
dead set honest with you.
on Google Drive, and then he said to me, "Hey James, I've got a episode for you." And I was like, "Well, I can't tell him no now. He's already done it, so I've got to put it up."
Yeah. See, actually, that's right. So what Eddie did was he asked for forgiveness, not permission. He just sort of did.
Yeah.
They recorded it, and then were like, so we've done it. And we didn't have a choice. They didn't ask us. I'll be honest with you. They didn't ask us about it.
Yeah, it was just.
But then again, we told them, and this is, I mean, I'm sure Ethan told you, when I talked to Eddie and Sheps about their show, the Pillars, we agreed it's their show. We trust them. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They can do whatever they want. We don't control Streamcast, really.
Right.
You know what I mean? We've given them the platform, and it's their show to run with, and we believe in them same way we believe in you guys to do it. So.
Wait, so are you saying we're allowed to do 12 Pastcast episodes on the Assassin's Creed series? Is that what you're saying?
You know what? I'll be honest
to.
with you. I'm going to be honest with you. It's exactly what I'm saying. In fact, I encourage it because none of us need to be involved in that, other than the two of you, and it will get views. So
it'll get big views, yeah,
I
that's true.
encourage it. I actually encourage it. To be honest, so I'd be careful what you wish for with that one, Jack, because you might regret it. But I mean, speaking of Assassin's Creed,
No. Oh wait, I did tell you to put in that Icelandic saga to talk about. Did you put it in the list? Is that what we're about to talk about?
I did put it in the list. It's not what we're about to talk about though.
I haven't read Don Quixote before coming on the podcast, guys, so I'm not really qualified to talk about this.
Well, I sent you an ebook version of it, so I expected you to read it. I sent it like 3 hours ago, so yeah, 3 hours. So I don't know what you were fucking talking about. I haven't talked to, I don't know if James has, to either of you about Valhalla. since it came out, and I enjoy every opportunity to talk shit about it, especially now that Darby's left, and I can just purely talk shit about it without feeling any sort of guilt. Not that I really did before, but there was a little hint of it with Darby. Yeah. So what the fuck? Where do you guys stand with it? Are you guys, do you like Valhalla? Did you accept it? Were you fans of it? Were you James? As what I want to say. George, Ethan, and James all sort of liked it a bit. James liked it a lot.
I think George likes it more than I do now.
George's a fucking idiot. So
every fucking time I
go on Twitter, every time I go on Twitter, I'm like, I'm gonna fucking block you, George.
I fucking love his tweets so much. I love that no wolves in Asgard one, and Odin's like fucking shouting. It's amazing.
Oh god. So I mean, let's start with Jack.
Yeah.
Oh no. Where do you? Because I sort of sat here thinking, do these guys like when you guys were reviewing it? Jack, it sounded to me like you liked the game.
All right. Let's set the record straight here.
Threw me under the bus. Let me be the first person. I feel like both of you held back on your opinions of Valhalla. Let me be the one to go, yeah, shit, and take all the heat from everyone. And now then afterwards, you guys sort of jumped on the hate train. Am I wrong?
I don't think that's right. Because when Valhalla came out, I said it was okay. That was like my line.
Yeah.
It's fine. I like these things. There's some things I really like, but I don't want to trudge through like hours upon hours of shit to get there. And I remember, I think I said it was like a 6 out of 10, which I disagree with now, and everyone was fucking mad at me. But now, everyone hates it. So like, I feel sort of vindicated. But
effect. Eventually, I'll turn them all. It it's only a matter of time. I did it with the Assassin's Creed movie. Valhalla's bigger than the movie, but I know I could do it. I'll fucking turn everyone. You wait and see.
Yeah, I just think it's sort of for the ratio of, I know it's a really like simplified way of looking at things, but the ratio of like things I like to things that I don't like is so bad that like I don't want to trudge through like 3 hours of Essex and like Gloucestershire to get to one like lore bit that I like. It just doesn't justify 40 hours of boredom. And I think this trilogy generally, and I think this is something that put Valhalla down a lot for me and not necessarily for a lot of other people, is so devoid of like fun. The gameplay is so homogenous and like overtly accessible that there's no point in Valhalla where I'm like, I am now having fun. You know what I mean? And it's only like the lore stuff and the modern day stuff I enjoy. But to get there, you just have to do too much that I don't like. It's not for me, really.
Yeah.
Well,
that makes sense.
That's a long-winded way of saying that you pretended it was good on launch.
I didn't
to try and become a star player.
I feel like you did, Jack. I feel like you pretended.
Okay. No, it was you who said
you didn't want to take the heat, mate. I understand it. I understand it.
Joe was one of the people who said it might be better than Black Flag. Maybe not, but it might.
Did you really say that, Joe?
That is on fucking video.
Joe,
no.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Here's the thing, all right? I hated Valhalla from the moment the trailer launched. I said throughout the entire lead up that it was going to be absolute dog shit. It was going to be Odyssey 2. It's going to be just as bad. And all these people were like, no, it's fine. Shing noise, Darby, Jesper Kid music. It's going to be great. But I held out that it was going to be absolute dog shit. So for me, it pleasantly surprised me just because my expectations were like 12 feet under the ground. They were, rock bottom my expectations. So it pleasantly surprised me. That being said, I've opened it once since December 11th to try on the Altair outfit. Played it for 2 hours, and it dropped a solid like 2 points just from opening it. Then, that's the thing. Like the first time I went through it, I think kind of like James, there was so much stuff I liked that I kind of tried to make excuses for the shit there on my first playthrough, and I still quite like a lot of it. Definitely more than you do, Tyler. But that's the thing. The post-launch content is just done so much fucking abysmal stuff that it's not good. It's not good. It's just not. Like,
Yeah.
it's painful to think about. Like, as time goes on, my memories of it just get worse and worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think one of those things about it is when you look at it, because I mean, when I played it, I was comparing it to like recent Assassin's Creeds, and so to me it was like, wow, this is so much better than Odyssey, and like it's done more things in here. Like Darby's written in more cool things, and than we've got in Origins, and like it's better than fucking Syndicate and shit, and like. But then when you compare it to good Assassin's Creed, it just does not live up to it at all, and it's not even close. And it's like, okay, so it's cool in London, Winchester, and Jorvik. They did little homages to AC1, but it's just like shit AC1. Like, it's all just this mess. And like, you go to assassinate this fucking fake Abul Nakud, but you just run after him, and then you smack him with an axe, and he spazzes across the room. And it's like, what is this? Like, what the fuck is this garbage? And it's just like, you just sort of realize there's actually not much even in the game that I even like anymore. It's just like a few things, and I don't know. It's confusing.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. I mean,
I think there's a lot of shallowness to it. There's just a lot of shallowness to all the things that you like. Convince yourself, wow, that was really fucking cool. And especially you're on the live stream, James. I understand that.
You got the hype of everyone watching. Like, I've got like on my first fucking episode, there's
a lot of
2,000
energy.
people there. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome. Playing a good
There's a lot of
AC,
energy.
everyone's happy and hyped. It was good fun, and like then you get to like the Desmond audio logs, and like that's really cool, and stuff, and even like even trying, because I mean I know Tyler, you hate the story itself. I didn't think the story itself was necessarily bad. I probably wouldn't have done it myself, but I thought the story was told in an interesting way. Although there's a lot of shit you have to get through. The actual main sort of like unraveling of Sigurd and Basim's past. Through like I really enjoyed the truth sequences and stuff like that, so I still remember that fondly. I'm like, that was actually really fun trying to piece that together and like actually work out the story, and then you come to a conclusion. It's like, oh, it was actually like a fun process. But
yeah, except when you come to the conclusion, it's just all the Norse gods are somehow actually Isu, and they all just like
I have my issues.
And walked out to no, it was fucking shit. And it was fucking.
They did have
obvious.
spears anyway. They had swords of Eden.
Tyler,
so...
Tyler, I think you just you've clearly not read the Poetic Edda. I just don't think you really understand it.
Oh my
I think
God,
that's what
can we
it is.
talk about it?
I just don't think you can wrap your brain around the massive brain Loki turning into a fish sequence. It was Asgard and Jotunheim, fantastic. Shagging Minerva, it's all what I've always wanted to do. It's what I've always wanted to do since I saw her in Assassin's Creed 2.
I mean, yeah definitely.
Yeah, no, you're right. I need to be educated. Jack, what do you want to talk about?
The Norse saga thing, right? Because I think fantastic stories generally, like obviously there's exceptions, but fantastic stories tend to be universally like accessible and relatable. And a AAA game or any story, you shouldn't need to do fucking homework and read millennia-old fiction to understand it or be able to critique it. That's fucking mental.
Yeah.
It really is funny, isn't it? That like, look, I really do like Darby. I really like Darby. But every time he's spoken to me about the game, like he has brought up that, like it's way easier to appreciate if you've read the Norse sagas, and I'm like, Darby, I'm not reading the fucking Norse sagas to play Assassin's Creed, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But
he almost got me too. I literally bought him all ready to read it.
He was trying to get you. He was like, Tyler's going to read the Norse sagas. Yes.
Darby was excited. I sent him the picture. Like, I asked him what should I buy. He told me what to buy. I bought him. I sent him a picture of the pile, and then like the week later, it all came out that Ash was a predator. And then I didn't. I stopped all that, and I was like, I'm not reading books.
Yeah. And Darby was like, oh no, now he's not going to like my game. He didn't read the Norse sagas.
Yeah. Ash cheated on his wife, and I stopped reading books. That was the counteraction to that. There's one thing before we get any further. Of course, we have to thank the wonderful people over patreon.com/, as always, for making the show happen. We wouldn't be here without them, literally. James would have ended it all already. You're keeping them going, so I appreciate the fuck out of all of you. So thank you to our Patreon producers. We have Avery Dobbs, Clark53, Damien, does the name William Miles ring a bell, Flash Paradox, Jesper Olsen, Cassandra Fingers Me with his thick, strong arms, King Richard III, Real Kermit Cinema, Ryan Hafer, Tristan Weaver, Viridian, Ballsack47, and Danny with the hard name.
No, what? That's
you're right.
A $20 guy. The only reason we put Ballsack is because he gave us so much money.
Over the years, a lot of money. I forget that. Sorry, that's my bad.
Danny,
sorry.
Get the fuck
Danny,
out.
fuck you. Give us $5 more a month. Anyway, yeah, we don't want to read millennial fiction to understand what's going on. But also the fact that millennial fiction has anything to do with the Isu, and that's like apparently also in lore of Assassin's Creed all of a sudden.
Yeah, I gotta say, I thought me and Darby were on the same page, but I just think, where he understands a lot of things, but I just think he's just got a completely different way when it comes to the Isu, and I don't like it. I'm not a fan of it. It doesn't do it for me. It's no good.
Well, hopefully one day we can talk to Darby about it, because he no longer works for the company that won't allow him to talk to us, which was Ubisoft.
Yeah. Thank fuck. He's out of there.
I don't know. I don't know what I can certainly say that he has always been happy to come on the show.
Yeah.
And we have been, he hasn't been allowed to. Let's just say it how it is. Like Ubisoft doesn't want him near us.
Abubakar Salim was going to come on and then he couldn't come on.
When Abubakar voices by
Ubisoft seem to have contracts that like extend past the time anyone's working at Ubisoft. They're this little scared company. I'll fucking fight them.
Yeah. James will literally fight the company.
I'll fight Ubisoft.
Yeah,
I can fight Eve though. I think. Do you think
I've
I'd
seen
win?
him do it?
I would put money on you.
Eve's a small man.
I don't know. I feel like Eve's secretly like a psycho and like carry like Scarface and just carries fucking like guns and shit like underneath his suit jacket. Yeah, true.
He probably does a lot of coke. I think. That's my.
Does Eve look like he's done a lot of coke in his day?
I feel like he does. I feel like he's secretly a bit, he likes a bit.
Well, I would like a review copy of the next Assassin's Creed, so I think I'm going to take my out here. If you're not fucking...
Fuck up.
You little fucking traitor. Oh my goodness. Yeah, well, Ubisoft don't want people talking to us, and we've known that for many years, and that's fine.
Except for Gabe Graziani, apparently.
That one time, that Gabe came on. That was bizarre. But that was early enough in the days that I think we could get away with it.
Yeah, true.
It was... Yeah.
Well, that was pre-2017, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it was early 2016, which, end of 2016 is when I'd already gone off the deep end. So it was just before that. And then before that, we had fucking Victoria on. That was good fun. Yeah. She's great.
We did have Victoria on. Yeah, but we were so small that no one really knew who we were.
Yeah, not even her.
They just... She had no fucking idea what she was in for. They thought they had like a legit interview lined up.
Yeah, no.
Like, who are these fucking children?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I think I was like, how old was I? Fucking 19, 20 years
so
old.
I was 17. Something like that.
Disaster. This poor woman.
18.
Yeah. Yeah. Just had no idea what she was in for.
Well, they're just lucky I didn't ask her how big her tits are because that was this guy's. So dumb.
Fuck's sake. For fuck's sake, man. Oh, God. Yeah, but I mean, what are you guys looking at making content on then if you're both Valhalla haters now? You both jumped on the train. What's the future hold for the both of you?
Anything else.
Do you mean that, or when the next game gets announced, are you on top of it? You know what
are you going to rank stealth again?
Again. I'll do it a week later, yeah. Here's the thing. I'll always make Assassin's Creed.
Because I feel like you guys haven't been hurt as much as we've been hurt.
I don't know.
I've got a big hurt tolerance with the Assassin's Creed franchise.
I mean, Jack's just stopped making videos. He's just retired.
I've not stopped. I've been grinding away. I've been working on things.
Oh, yeah, 3 weeks ago is the last time you loaded. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'll get back
Ubisoft
on it,
is ruining Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
As if it wasn't already shit. But like...
Wouldn't it be Ubisoft are ruining Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Is?
You've put is, yeah.
Someone told me I had it wrong, so I changed the title. They told me the wrong fucking thing.
The thumbnail says R.
The thumbnail does say R, yeah.
So the thumbnail's correct.
Forgive me for not really wanting to speculate on the Wrath of the Druids DLC, boys. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. No, we forgive you. We're fine with that. We're just trying to understand.
That's all right.
Yeah.
But nah.
I mean, your channel art says the best place for AC content.
And it is the best place for AC content. That's not.
Where else are you gonna go? Raptor? No.
But I think we'll both always make Assassin's Creed videos purely because we both love money. I've got to stop saying we. I love money.
Yeah, you really fucking do.
He's really like held on to you there, Jack.
Yeah, I know. I will drop off the map for 2 months at a time. You won't.
Yeah, no, I'll just make GTA 6 speculation videos and pray that they go viral.
Yeah.
What, on like a bi-monthly basis as well.
There's enough fucking leaks, but yeah, nah, just it's kind of same. Just talking about the old games that we actually enjoy, and talking shit about talking shit about the new games. I mean, this year's or next year's game, whenever it's gonna come, there's been so many different leaks for it that there's
there's going to be a January 2022 release, guys.
Has there actually been leaks for this? Oh, I don't even
Some
know.
guy on Reddit said it,
it's
so
leaks.
naturally the community's just fucking ran with it.
What is it? What's the new leak?
Oh no, I'm talking about the old one where they were like, oh, it's going to be Richard of
the
Lionheart.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Joe did a video on that, didn't we?
Oh yeah, that was incredible.
That's the best thing on
Scarab
your
alert.
channel. Scarab alert, yeah.
It actually
That
is.
was fucking
It
amazing.
is-
That was such a fun video. I was
is
so
the
glad I
best
was at the
one.
premiere for that. That was amazing.
Oh,
Classic.
but yeah, nah. So
Yeah, right. Okay. Well, so with the Eagles call, were you guys only talking about Assassin's Creed? Was that what you're forced into, or were you guys onto everything? Because I feel like I saw in some of your thumbnails that you were talking about like other things going on, like
Yeah.
Logan Paul boxing, shit like that.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
we were trying to like branch out and just kind of make it similar
Well-
to just kind of an all round gaming and lifestyle podcast type thing. But it's just
Yeah.
I think we both felt kind of a little bit boxed in, I guess, just because the name was Eagles Call, a bit of an Assassin's Creed name.
Yeah, but
When did
you-
you come up with the name? Like, how did that start? Like, when you thought of the name, like, let's call
With
it Eagles
Joe.
Call. This will
I
be a
take no
great
credit,
idea.
it was Joe.
But
Okay.
I feel like I'm getting thrown under the bus here for everything.
No, but it's okay.
But
Okay.
anyway, yeah, it's just, to be honest, we were trying to think of one for ages because we knew we wanted to make one for like a few months beforehand. We were like, yeah, we should make a podcast at some point. And then the leaked gameplay for Valhalla came out. We were just like, oh, let's just jump on it now.
Yeah.
So we kind of just rushed it.
Yeah, we
you know-
came up with it like a minute before we started recording, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's my fault as much as it's yours.
So yeah, but we were trying to branch out. I'd actually created a new channel for it as well, but then I think what we need is to just take it slowly and kind of build it up over time instead of just kind of rushing it. You know what I mean? I think that was our problem. We rushed everything all at once.
Sort of.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Well, the past cast you haven't, so you're fine there.
Nah, we've had the podcast king, setting us up, so it's all good.
Yeah.
What, Ethan?
Yeah. Ethan.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. What's it even called? His Patreon podcast? Fuck. No,
Fish
forget.
tank.
Yeah,
Fish
fish
tank.
tank.
The fish
Incredible.
tank.
Once
I was
every
on the
3
fish
months.
tank back in the day when it wasn't
So was I.
Patreon.
I think I was on
Yeah.
the first episode or like the second episode or something, and I showed up and Ethan just goes, I go, oh yeah, so what's the plan? And Ethan goes, oh, I don't have one, and then we started recording, and then I just ended up running the podcast.
I remember, yeah, my one was like there was no plan at all. We talked about hype for a bit, I think.
About hype.
was-
What do you mean hype for what?
No, height. Like how
Oh,
tall
I thought you-
people are or can be. It
Was that was that on this fish tank with me, or was that on the when
Stick of
I got
Dynamite.
Ethan on Stick of Dynamite?
Yeah, it was that one. Yeah.
Was that when we talked about his obsession with like measuring people, and he's like, I just really want to measure James.
Yeah, I remember listening to that one at college.
What the fuck?
God, that was
Who is
ages
this
ago.
kid? It's the first time I ever spoke to Ethan. I was like, who the fuck is this kid? This guy's wild. This
Oh,
guy's
man.
fucking wild. I want to like one day go back and like record myself listening and reacting to those Stick of Dynamites. Like even
They were good.
the one I did with you, James,
That
which
was
is
that was
bizarre.
a good episode, I think.
They were so good. We did two. Well, I split it into two parts. And the one I had the stroke in it.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you were like, this is where we come into the end where we wrap up after talking about Swag. It was something fucking mental.
It was way worse than that. It was like mental. Like it was
was
like
such a
I
weird
didn't even know
sentence.
what happened. I didn't even know I'd done it.
I
Like
just
that's
fucking
how much
started laughing.
I legit think it might have been a stroke. Like because I didn't even realize what I'd done.
Oh, it was so funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh, the good old days. I miss it.
Yeah.
When I was
Yeah.
happy.
Back when you back when you were happy, you like
Yeah.
podcasts.
Back when I liked life. Yeah.
It's just COVID, man. It's just the pandemic. You'll be fine.
Is it?
Once it's
Yeah.
over.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it
what's
was
going
really
to
tough.
first,
It was really
COVID or
tough
my
this
life?
week over here in Brisbane.
No,
there was 10 cases. We had
can't
to lock
take
down
it.
for 3
I
days.
can't do it.
And,
Stop.
I had to get a test, and I isolate for 14 hours until I got the results back. That was negative. And then after 3 days, there was no cases. And they opened up. It was tough, guys. It was tough. So
Yeah, sounds dreadful, mate.
Yeah, this is making me
Yeah.
realize why James is depressed. You don't help much.
This is actually every episode. It might be why I'm depressed. Every single episode, I'm reminded of that Australia is really good, and where I am.
I just
is
want
not.
you to come over because James always used to say like years ago, "I'm never coming to Australia. I'm never coming. I'm not doing it."
Yeah, it's partly me.
And then after I came to the UK, like as I was those last few days, everyone sort of talking to everyone, including like Ethan and George and Elva and stuff. They're like, "No, we'll all come to Australia next time." I'm like,
You
"Fuck
think George
yeah."
will come to Australia? Do you think he'll get on a plane without me
let's
telling
be honest
him
with
to?
ourselves. I'll tell him to, and we're all gonna have to pay for it, like chipping for his flight for sure. Like we know that.
I'm
Like,
not
George-
fucking doing it. I pay for all this shit. I'm not doing it anymore.
We're gonna have to do like some sort of charity live stream. Where it's like paying for George's flight to.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we'll get covered by like Avery and Franco and
Yeah. Yeah. So the meetup can
the
happen.
boys. Yeah.
Yeah. We just need those people, and they'll like crowd fund George's plane tickets.
I'm
Only to Australia, no way back. He's got to figure out.
Oh yeah, he's got to figure that out. So he's got to get a job while he's over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how he'll become a man. That's how he'll really like go through the hard times. To be fair, I don't think George will want to leave Australia when he comes. I feel like out of everyone in the community, George is like one of the top 3 people I'd say would be like, this is where I need to be. This is where I need to live.
Take him to Blackbirds.
Dude, George would love it, David. George would love it.
He could live anywhere, to be honest.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. George would be fine. I feel like George would like just get on with everyone. He loves Australian slang so much. He'd smoke a couple of blunts and he'd just have a great time.
George could literally live in any country in the world. I think he would literally just settle down anywhere. I don't think
Yeah.
he cares at all.
Yeah. I
He's
feel.
a bit too relaxed, actually.
Yeah, he is a bit too relaxed.
A little
isn't he?
bit too relaxed sometimes.
Yeah, he needs a bit of edge.
Yeah.
He needs a bit of sharpening. We'll do it down here.
Sharpen him up.
We'll bring him down. We've glossed over Darby leaving Ubisoft. Joe, Jack,
Wait, he just left Ubisoft? Oh, Twitter would have made me think he died. I mean, there was memoriams going on. You know, people were crying in his replies. I think I saw some RIPs, but they were just to the company. But yeah.
Yeah. I saw a lot of RIPs to the company and the franchise, actually.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, AC's dead now, guys.
Yeah,
So it wasn't a week ago when Darby was still there.
This is another nail in like a fucking long dead corpse. It's not only just died. It's bizarre.
Yeah.
No. It's
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
It was just the last slight little splinter crack in a very deep buried coffin.
Yeah, and I was gonna say this is why I've talked about this before, but he said to me something like, but when we were leading up to Valhalla, he was talking like it was before it came out, and he was talking about all the stuff, and like he was excited for me to see everything.
But
he
we
was
could tell it was
saying-
the end already.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he said, like, oh yeah, just I'm just roping you back in for one last hurrah, and then you can ride off into the sunset. And I thought he meant that's because AC is going to be shit now, which it is. But he must have meant he was quitting. That's what he must have meant.
Yeah. I did have a feeling. I wasn't sure if he was quitting or like he knew behind the scenes they weren't going to get him to write the next ones. Like he'd sort of already been told, hey, look, you're not on the next step. We'll put you somewhere else. You're going to be working on a fucking another franchise for you. But like, that's what I sort of suspecting from what he'd been saying to me. Because he's like, oh yeah, look, I will say, I just don't know what's going to happen next, but that's why I want to sort of do as much as I can with this one. And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't have much faith. But that's why then my expectations were what they were for the story of Valhalla. So when what it's doing is setting up the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen, I'm like, why? No one's going to pay that off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so ridiculous. And what's the follow-up?
Jeffrey
Maybe that was
Holland
his plan.
will do it.
Maybe that was his plan.
Oh.
Like he leaves, so he sets up something so abysmally, stupid that no one will be able to follow up. So that the franchise
It's a
fully
genius
dies
plan.
with him.
Yeah. Amar comes into the office and he's like, right, put that straight in a comic book. I've got the perfect
Start
plan
again,
for
and
it.
that's the next game. We're gonna start again.
Yeah, we're gonna start again. Let's get another.
To be fair, that's actually a
modern-day
genius decision
character.
at this point because that was ridiculous.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm happy for him. You know, moving on to greener pastures. Hopefully, I mean, it's not harder to get greener pastures in Ubisoft, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
just
he's
can't wait to see what
working
he
at.
does.
Wait, he's put it on his LinkedIn, right? He's working at bloody company. Hang on.
He's working at a company. Thank you so
Hang on. I'll tell you the company name. I can't remember it off the top of my head. What are they called? They're called Illogica. They made Cuphead,
Oh. Okay.
I believe. I'm having a look on their website. Yeah,
PGA
Cuphead.
Tour 2K21.
They also made the Gangs of London Assassin's Creed Syndicate mobile game.
Oh, let's go.
I think is what it was.
Right.
Oh god.
And some other small games and bits and pieces. They're not really made anything of note.
Well, maybe bringing him on's a pretty, like, he must have
Yeah.
quite some freedom. Probably they're probably like, you can do whatever you want, and he's like,
oh,
oh,
yeah, you
okay.
think so?
You can write some more North Sagas.
Yeah. Do a North Saga. Let's go.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But yeah, that's
Well,
interesting.
Yeah. Well, James, how do you feel about it?
How do I feel about what?
Derby. What
Derby.
we're talking about, Derby League.
Yeah, I think he's, I think it's good for him. I've always said Darby's too good for Ubisoft, so I'm happy to see him go anywhere and do anything, and I'll play his stuff or read his stuff, whatever he does. So yeah, I just think Ubisoft's fucking shit. Now I can openly really, really hate them and feel nothing. Because I always was scared that if I talk shit about Ubisoft, Darby's gonna be like, but not me, please. But now he's not, because he's not there anymore. So
there's no Ash,
Ubisoft's
there's no
fucking
Darby.
shit, and I fucking hate them. They make shit games. They've got scummy fucking business practices. They touch women without consent. I'm not having it. They're no good. I'm glad he's gone. I'm glad he's doing something else.
Yeah, I am glad he's out of there too.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's out of there.
Personally, I was holding out hope that he was the writer of the Where's the Assassin book, but
Yeah.
Such a piss.
No one
take.
can answer
They're
that question.
fucking
That's the
making that.
problem. Do you know what I want from that book? I want there to be no assassins in it. So like, it's like, where the fuck are they? It's like, no, it's a trick question.
It really is a meme. Amar's just like fucking. What a prick.
Yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't like him.
I know. That's alright. That's
Yeah.
alright. Well,
I'll fight him.
we can end the Assassin's Creed
And
talk there
Eve.
if you want, boys.
Thank
Oh.
the Lord.
Ah, good. Finally, now we can talk about just the Norse sagas, right?
Just the North Sagas. What's the North Saga you wanted to talk about, James?
It's called I sent it to you.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it.
It's called fuck. Where did you ask me for the topics? The Islandigasögur, I think is how you
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah.
Well, that one, the Icelandic sagas, I think is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got any thoughts?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it's there's a lot of filler I felt like in the middle there that didn't need to be there. I don't know why. I really felt like the arc where what was the hero's name again? What was the main dude's name, James?
I don't know. Sigurd.
Yeah, okay. I thought well, when
But, yeah.
Sigurd had that whole like arc right in the middle of the story. Well, right in the middle of the sagas, I guess, but like that whole saga in the middle, where he went off to ancient Greece and time traveled, I thought was a bit weird. And I felt like it just felt out of place.
I think you've misunderstood, because I think you're supposed to read this saga over the course of 23 years, and I think reading it in one small condensed time frame, you've not done it justice. It's supposed
should
to
I have
span
stopped
your
in between
life.
sagas?
And as well, there was 3 other sagas you should have read before this one. So
That's true as
Sort of
well.
on
Yeah.
Oh no, this is the only one I've read. Is that why it didn't
Yeah,
make
no.
sense?
That might be why. Yeah.
Yeah, right. When he went to the moon, I was like, I don't know how this is happening. You know
Yeah,
what I
so
mean?
you
Like,
would
and I
know
don't know how
that.
that related
You would
because
know
the
that.
saga before he
Yeah.
was literally like working in a minefield, and I just didn't know what the connection was. I don't know how.
See, if you read the stories, you would have known that Loki turned himself into the moon, and that was actually Loki.
So it was more of like a philosophical moon, or Loki was physically the moon.
Both.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That you've explained it all. Now I understand. I didn't.
His son,
I didn't
his son
get it.
was also a tree
I'm the
as
one
well.
that didn't get it, but now I do get it, and now it's good because you explained.
I'm glad.
That
I'm glad.
Loki was
yeah.
the moon.
Yeah.
So I feel good now. So that's it for the Aslandigus saga that we were going to talk about today. James's topic. That was James's first topic contribution in 7 years to the show.
Yeah, I
so
did a
that's
topic
great.
contribution once. Don't you remember that time where my car broke down? Do you remember
Oh
that
yeah,
one?
that's a shit story.
You asked me to tell the story. I wasn't even going to tell it. You were like, James, tell us a story. I was like, nothing really happened, but all right. And then you berated me for it. But it was your fault for fucking... Next time, I'm going to ask you, what did you have for breakfast, Tyler? And when you tell me, I'm going to say, what a fucking boring story, Tyler.
I felt like there was a good story in there. You just didn't tell it right. You know, that's what
I mean,
thought.
not really. My car just broke down and I had to wait for someone to come fix the engine. It really wasn't that fun.
How did you feel though while it was happening? Was there tension? You know,
Mildly irritated that I couldn't go home
Dude.
quicker.
dude.
You know?
Do you have an analogy to describe the irritation?
It was like playing the Essex Arc. You know?
Ah, wow. See, that's frustrating, man.
Yeah.
That's really frustrating. It's really frustrating. How'd you overcome the frustration?
Meditation.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
How do you meditate? What's your sort of technique?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't know. That's right.
Yeah, you do. You know.
Okay, you're right. I forgot. I actually do know what you do. Yeah, you stick your finger in your butt, or Elvis sticks a finger in your butt. And
Exactly.
Then you just,
Or you.
clench.
You know.
Yeah. That's what normal people do.
Yeah.
Finger in the butt, clench, and just breathe.
Yeah. Try to breathe.
Just breathe. And slightly suck up the finger. I don't know what's happening. Oh god, we're talking about a James story, and it's like, oh god, what are we talking about?
That's good.
I got some questions for you guys because there's a lot going on with over the last few months. Microsoft have been buying a lot of shit. Fucking partnering with Bethesda, and now there's talks of them buying Discord for $1 billion. Is that correct?
I
billion?
yeah. I don't know the figure, but it was something.
It's 10 billion. What the jeez.
$10 billion.
$10 billion. I mean, fucking hell.
How is
Why?
Discord worth $10 billion?
How do they make that much? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, Microsoft will give anything for, you know. Like, they just have those endless buckets of cash to spend on whatever they
Yeah,
whatever
they're just
they need.
buying things, and none of them
They're like the
are gonna
Disney
make
of the
Xbox.
games industry.
Yeah.
Yeah, except they're making, you know, Bethesda games instead of, like, you know, quality content like Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, that's... So, is the sale actually going through? I think this has gone over my radar. Is the sale actually going through? Are they just
It's a
trying
rumor,
to?
isn't it? Is it even confirmed yet? Or is it... I don't fucking know. I've just seen people tweet about it.
I don't know. That would be weird
So I have
though,
no clue.
because one of the best things about Discord is that it's like independent, you know, and it's free from all the fucking PC cultures on Twitter. Nah, like you,
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
I
Like
know exactly what you mean.
yeah, no, it's independent. Whereas I don't know, it would be a weird decision to sell.
It would be, but also then they'd make $10 billion, so... I think I would sell Discord for that much.
So this is really why they want to spend. Let's be honest. This is really why they want to spend $10 billion in Discord, because Discord's not going to make the money. But what is Discord? It's a fucking chat room.
I guess they want to like integrate it with Xbox. That'd be like
No, they want to
It's
fucking
already integrated with Xbox.
Oh,
though.
what the fuck are they
Microsoft,
doing?
What they want to read everyone's fucking conversations and get insights into what everyone's playing and how they're playing it.
Why?
Because they will literally understand everyone's gaming behavior patterns through the platform everyone's
You're
playing
insane.
on, and then
There's
then
no
they're just
way
gonna
they're
make
doing that.
games.
What's a gaming behaviour pattern?
They're just gonna,
They want to understand the game behavior patterns.
gamers' behavior, like people's behavior. It's basic market analysis.
Oh my god!
just
I feel
like,
like
what
you
are people
can
playing,
do that,
how they're
though.
playing it,
I
when
feel
are they
like you can
consuming
do
it,
that
what type of
without
games are they
buying Discord for $10 billion. I feel
I
like
don't know,
this is a
man.
Just
really
beat on
expensive
Twitter.
way of doing
I
that.
reckon they want to know everything. I reckon they want to know everything.
Just
They
go
tried
on
to do it with the
Twitch.
Kinect, but that failed. They're like, let's put a camera in everyone's fucking house.
Yeah.
That's Microsoft. That's what
No
they
one
do.
fucking bought it, and they're like, "Fuck! What do we do?" Everyone's chatting in this fucking Discord. What are they playing? Why are they playing it? We want to know. Well, fucking, they're gonna find out. They're gonna
There's
read all
no
that shit.
way.
They'll be deep into the four. They're gonna be people some rip their own eyes out. They'll come to the Four Pillars Discord. And people will be like, "What the fuck is this?" Be a disaster.
Oh my god. I think they're just fucking stupid, and they keep spending money on things, and I don't really know why they're doing it. Bethesda is worthless, and Discord is not going to do anything for them. So I don't really know what the fuck they're doing, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just trying desperately to grasp back some relevancy.
It's fucking weird. The thing is with
They
Microsoft
paid
though.
$7.5 billion for ZeniMax.
Yeah, that's stupid. I think Microsoft though, like where Xbox is like, you know, failing and no one really gives a shit about it. Microsoft is always going to be Microsoft, so they're always going to have, you know, fucking Windows and bloody you know, the packages where you get PowerPoint and stuff. People buy that, I think. But you know, when Microsoft doing alright, I guess. I just don't really know what the fuck they're doing with buying all this shit. I'm not sure what their end game is here. But maybe we'll find out.
I don't know how Discord is like that lucrative. It's crazy.
Well, how do they make money?
Through Nitro.
It's a free... Through what?
Nitro, Discord Nitro, the subscription service.
There's a subscription service to Discord? What does it give
Yeah,
you?
you subscribe. You get like animated emotes and an animated profile picture, and I don't know, other things probably.
Would that be worth
Does anyone
10 billion?
Pay for that?
You underestimate how many people pay for it. I don't think it makes up $10 billion, but like people do it. Microsoft also give out free, because they're partnered with Discord currently, because I've got a bunch of free like Nitro months through Game Pass. Sometimes, like, just by subscribing, being on Game Pass Ultimate, I'll get that as a reward, so I can have like 3 months free Discord Nitro. So I have no idea what they're going to get extra by owning Discord.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Weird decision.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a fucking conspiracy, boys.
that's
Yeah.
like
What
the
is it?
only explanation I can think of, though. That they are trying to read our gaming behavioural pattern.
Yeah, that's right.
Gaming behavior fans.
That's
That's my
really the game
favourite.
manager. I
Oh
wanna know.
man, isn't it rumored that Ubisoft Plus or whatever it's called is coming to Game Pass as well?
I think so.
Oh yeah.
That
was
would be great, because I'd never have to buy another Ubisoft game again, and I can still play them.
Well, why play them though?
No, because
What
think
are you-
about
what are
the
you gonna
money
play?
I could make though from the next Assassin's Creed game just by streaming it. I make too much, an obscene amount of money. So
Really?
if
Yeah,
I need to do that. But if I never even had to buy the game, that's an even bigger profit. So
It is. Yeah, but what does
Yeah.
it cost on your soul? Because over the years, I've really seen it decline.
yeah, you know, maybe it does. But at least when I'm dead, my bank account will say something, and people will go, "Wow," you know.
I mean, that is the
Is
end
that
goal of
gonna be
life, right?
public?
Like how much when you die, how much money?
I'll make sure it's public. Otherwise, there'll be no reason for me to be around anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to. Yeah, I don't know what. What's I talking about? Ubisoft.
Yeah, you don't have to pay for another Ubisoft game.
My brain has got a fucking mush. I don't know what's happening.
As soon as
It's
James
really-
showed
it's
up,
really
I was
hot in
like,
here.
man, he does not want to be here today. He is absolutely. He's
Hey, I
just
was
telling
hoping
me
to talk a bit more about the Icelandic sagas, and you kind of brushed over that one. So
I feel like we talked as in depth as we could.
no.
Loki's the moon.
Yeah.
What
What
else
does
do you
that
want to
mean,
talk about?
though?
Well, why don't you tell me? Tell me what it means, James.
No, I'm trying to get you to do it.
I don't want to do it, man.
I already know it. You need to access that piece of information.
I need to access that visa.
Yeah, it's already there in your brain. You just gotta work for it.
Okay.
It's an
Right,
exercise.
now I'm good. I'm good. I'm so good.
Well,
So-
everyone in the comments down below, let me know why Loki's the moon.
Yeah.
The game
We
is
can unravel
never
that
over.
mystery.
Am I right?
Yeah. What
that?
have you guys been watching, Joe, Jack? Have you guys been watching Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, episode 3. By the time this is comes out. Episode 3's been out for a few days, but it's only been out for a couple of hours. None of us have watched it. I don't assume I haven't watched it.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, so we don't. So we're not going to spoil anything. But I did want to talk about a lot's been going on the last week between episode 2 and 3, with the introduction of John Walker.
Oh yeah.
This new Captain America. But then there's also been controversy because people hate him, and then there's people like, he's done nothing wrong. I don't know why people would hate him. And then apparently he's actually getting death threats from fans. Like not that I've seen anyone give death threats or actually say anything that bad. Yeah. It's more people saying people should stop saying bad things, and I've not actually seen anyone say anything bad.
But nah, it's just.
How do you guys feel about that shit going on?
Yeah.
But about the character John Walker and his introduction in Falcon the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, sending death threats to an actor for playing a character is a fucking R-worded. It's dirty and R-worded. But
yeah.
But on the flip side, the people who are saying, "Oh, he's done nothing wrong. He's fine. He's just this dude." It's like they just are completely misreading the entire point of this guy. Like, yes, he's grayer, I guess, but he also embodies everything that Steve wasn't before he became Captain America. And it's weird that people are like, I don't know, it feels like a lot of people are just completely misreading this character. Yeah, but the show as a whole, I'm liking a lot, but it's yeah. Jack.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Like, that really hit me in episode 2 when there's that train fight, and it's just this imagery of this fucking government mandated or sanctioned or whatever Captain America holding like a handgun shooting at revolutionaries and holding like Steve's shield that Tony made. That wasn't like disturbing, but it was like off-putting. Where it's like shit. Yeah, and I think that's the big distinction between him and Steve. Is John Walker considers what's good to be what's like, legal and what the government says, when a big part of Captain America is that morality and greatness comes from like, within or whatever. And I feel like John Walker, just the fact that he is a government soldier and he will work for the government no matter what, makes him basically like an anti-Captain America despite having the suit and the shield.
Yeah, which is the point, and people seem to be completely missing the point. Because it's pretty fucking clear. Because Captain America is because there's some great parallels too.
Because I'll get angry if I have to explain.
Yeah, because you've got when you watch the first Avenger, you see Cap and or Steve, and you see him, build up towards getting that super soldier serum, and the military want to go with somebody else. They don't think Steve is the one for it. They want to go with someone who's got the best track record, who's got you look at his file and he's the strongest, he's the fastest, he's the best military guy that they've got. But the Doctor says no because Steve has got such a good heart, and that's what he wants. He wants someone who has a good heart to become this powerful hero, and that's the point. And you see a lot of parallels with John Walker to the people that were preferred by the military over Steve in the first Avenger, which I think is really cool. And then obviously you see as well there's some little moments as well with Sam in episode 2 where Bucky and John are having an argument, and Sam sort of steps in between and sort of takes control, and you sort of see that leadership there from him, the way that he's able to control the situation, which I think is pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's just done in such a good way because John Walker is not necessarily a bad guy. You don't look at him and think oh, he's a bad guy. He is doing what he thinks is right, but it's from this, I guess. It's also I feel like it also comes from a selfish place. He wants to be Captain America. He doesn't want what's best for America, I guess, or for the people, I suppose. So it sort of does come from this selfish place, despite not really necessarily doing anything wrong. He is just doing his job, but that's not what it means to be Captain America. So that's
and even he doesn't understand Captain America. He's talking about Captain America has a lot of guts, and I'm going to need a lot of that. It's I don't really think that's the word anyone would really be using to describe.
Yeah. And you have that great moment as well when they're in the therapy room, and Sam says that when he gave away the shield, he was doing what he thought was right, and it's that is why Steve chose him to be Captain America, because you know, he's not selfish, and he thought that was the right thing to do. And so I'm just excited to see where they go with this, because they're clearly going to build up and, you know, turn it around and have Sam, you know, come to be that sort of, you know, that Cap character. So yeah, I think it's going to be sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a few other things with a few side characters that are going to come into it too, including with Torres, if you know the comics, but I don't really want to spoil that and talk about that yet. But
Do you know
there's
the
a
comics,
lot of
Tyler?
I mean, I know Captain America stuff, mate. It's sort of my
Do
thing.
Do you though? When was the last time you read
mean,
a comic book, Tyler?
I mean, I don't fucking know. I have Captain America comic books if you want to know.
Yeah, but are they just novelty?
Well, I've read them. What is that? If that's what you're asking?
Nah, alright. Just testing you.
Yeah. I feel like I have the Winter Soldier one in one of these drawers. It actually might be in my bedroom, to be fair. Anywho, like there's so many things to break down in that second episode to me about why they're purposefully making John Walker not Captain America, like the opposite, the antithesis of him in so many ways. From the first scene, you know, he's looking back at his high school hero life. He's always been known strength.
Yeah.
And the deep conversation that in the first Avenger that Steve has with the Doctor is, you know, a weak man knows the value of strength, and also knows compassion.
Yeah.
So picking a weak man like Steve was part of the choice. Whereas John Walker is clearly being established as, you know, I've been a captain before, but not like this. Like, you know, like he's literally been the top dog his whole life. He doesn't know weakness, and he doesn't know the value of strength. He's just always had it. And he then goes out and does an interview. He rocks up and runs in front of this crowd and does an interview. And it's like, oh, God. Like, he's doing a tour. And it's like, and I mean, it's similar when you look at the first Avenger with Cap having to do that before Cap was really Cap and knew what it meant to be the role he was in. You know, and he was going around selling bonds to help the war because he thought, I think this is what's the right thing. But the whole point of Steve's arc was to realize that this patriotic Captain America figure was not about just agreeing with the American government and doing whatever he's told. Like that's his whole character arc over, you know, the 11 years that he was in the MCU. It was to see, you know, the bad that is in power. The Winter Soldier was him seeing that with S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Hydra, you know, infiltration into it. And, you know, he puts his faith in individuals, and at the end of Civil War he has a letter to Tony, and he says, you know, I never fit in anywhere, I've never really fit in anywhere, not even in the army. You know, because he wasn't just someone that's about being, one, told what to do, but, like, being controlled by people with agendas. Yeah. You know, and agendas change. That's what he felt about the Sokovia Accords. He's like, the safest hands are still our own. Like, his arc is about that. It's about that true freedom, that true choice, and doing the right thing, and trusting those individuals. Whereas you got this guy who's seen all that and is like, yeah, I followed his career really close. I think we're friends. You know, I love what he did. He's got a lot of guts, and I'm gonna do this fucking tour around like he didn't know what Steve was like. He obviously didn't follow his career very closely. And then when you see him like in action and what he's doing and the way he views Sam and Bucky, he's like, well, they're his wingmen, you know, I really need you guys to just, you know, have my back and let me do it. And you know, them describing all his accolades and how, you know, Star Spangled fucking awesome he is. And it's just like, I just felt so gross watching it. Like, honestly, I just was like, I feel sick seeing this fucking dude.
I think that's a good point though about like the interviews and that, because I think it's like the opening dialogue of the show is Sam talking about the symbol of the shield and about how these symbols don't mean anything without the integrity of the men and the women behind them. And I think Cap, as in Steve, in like every single film he's in, he's a hero first and then a symbol. But then with John Walker, his purpose effectively is to be that symbol, and he doesn't have that integrity and that morality that someone like Steve would have had to learn, you know?
Yeah, it's
definitely.
frustrating to watch, but
Yeah,
that's,
and that's
the point. Of
point.
it. But that's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
it's good.
Yeah.
And I like enjoyed the episode so much because it made me feel uncomfortable. You know, and it made me
because you want
bothered.
Sam to get the shield back, and you want everything to be fucking right, because it's like this is just wrong. And people on Twitter don't seem to fucking get it. Like these fucking MCU stands that love the MCU just don't understand
He's
the fucking
just trying
MCU.
his best, go on.
He's just trying his best. They're being mean to him. They should.
Hasn't
Fucking
done anything.
Russos suck because they killed Iron Man. Bad movie. Endgame.
Oh god.
But I think it's going to become a lot clearer as the show goes on, because there's theories that like at some point John Walker is going to get his hands on some kind of super soldier serum, and it's explained in the first Avenger that it amplifies the characteristics of the people. For Steve, that was his greatness. For Red Skull, it was his evil. So I think his
Good becomes great, bad becomes worse. is the
exactly.
way
So
that
I
describes
think
it,
I think John's kind of underlying self
darkness in
narcissism kind of. I think that's going to come to the surface a lot more as the show goes on, which is why I'm just excited to see.
Yeah.
The rest.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like John Walker's not stopping a fucking Thanos punch. I tell you that right now.
Oh yeah, and
I want to see him take a Thanos punch. Fucking prick.
Yeah, I would too. I'd be rooting for Thanos in that fight.
Yeah.
John Walker versus Thanos. Like, come on, Thanos, fucking just squeeze his head in, like fucking over it. Like, just fucking squash that. Oh god, yeah. John Walker bothered me, but then I was like, I like that he's bothering me because it makes me invested, and I am invested. And there's a lot of there's a lot of undertones in that episode, and obviously we're not fucking streamcast. We can't just sit here and talk in depth as much as I'd like to, because I miss a fucking episode. There's so much I want to talk about.
Yeah.
But
I need to watch that new
you
one.
know, But then there's episode 3, and hopefully Sharon Carter's in it. Zemo's going to be in it. That's fucking great.
Yeah, that's so hype.
Yeah, so
MCU
like,
is so good. Fucking love the MCU.
Dude, it's so good. So I can't wait to sit. I'm probably going to watch it as soon as we finish this podcast, I'm being honest with you. I was going to go to bed, but I'm fucking giddy right now. I just want to watch it. Yeah, but I mean, I want to talk about that because of how much, like, weird love he's getting, because he's not even that bad, but then, like, people hate him so much they're sending death threats. So I don't know where that came from. I actually don't know where that came from.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think it's just dumb people.
Yeah.
Walker, Captain America. Oh, I want to look this up.
How are you gonna look it up?
Like on the news.
On the news.
It's my favourite
Like
search
you go to
engine.
Google and you go to news.
I'm
then you
gonna
type
look
in
it
top-
up on the news. What are you actually gonna search? Captain America.
I searched
Bad.
John Walker Captain America news.
MCU's new Captain America Backlash misunderstands the point.
Yeah.
He looks like Ethan sometimes, doesn't he?
Yeah,
He does look like
really
Ethan, he
fucking
does.
Yeah,
He fucking does. Hey,
it's weird.
it's the chin.
It's the chin.
It's the jawline. It's the jawline. It's the jawline. I feel.
Yeah.
Oh
definitely
god, there's a
is.
picture of Steve and John Walker next to each other, and I just like, ugh, how dare they put those two images together? Oh my god. Yeah, but this whole article, the new Captain America is everything Steve Rogers would hate. Yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so ridiculous. He does have a very punchable face. I love it. It's
So-
great casting. I think the actor's great. He's been in Black Mirror and stuff. Like,
Yeah. He's Kurt Russell's son. Like,
Yeah.
is he really?
yeah.
Wyatt Russell. Wow. Yeah, right.
And apparently he like auditioned for Steve originally. So they were like, come back in 11 years and you'll be all set.
You'll be all set. Why MCU fans don't like John Walker? Oh my god.
Don't like him.
Wyatt Russell. What else has he been? I feel like he's been in more than... I've seen him in more than just Black Mirror. 22 Jump Street? I don't remember that. Goon, The Last of the Enforcers. What the fuck
That's amazing.
is that?
What a quality movie.
21 Jump Street as well.
Who was he in 21 Jump Street?
I don't know. Hold on.
Is that the movie with the name Jeff meme in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or is that 22?
You haven't seen 21
Yeah.
Jump Street?
Do you remember that time, Tyler, on the podcast where you were trying to convince me that my name is Jeff was really funny?
Dude, that was funny in the theaters when I saw the movie. It was fucking hilarious. But then it got memed out as not funny now. It's totally ruined. But at the time, like when you were seeing the movie on 22 Jump Street, I was really excited about the movie. And then that line came in. It was genuinely like a funny comedic moment. And then it's like, oh God.
Name Jeff. So,
What a
so
classic.
dumb.
Yeah, he was just one of the football players
Yeah.
at college in 22 Jump Street. Yeah, I remember now.
Doesn't look like he's been in anything like as a major character.
Yeah, he's not
other than
done
he
much.
was in the game episode of the haunted house in Black Mirror.
Oh,
Oh
playtest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was that guy. He was that
He was
guy.
He was in something called High School in 2010.
Yeah.
It's like a sick film. I'm gonna
He's
watch
got. He grows he grows a beard, doesn't he? This guy.
Oh jeez, yeah.
it. Grows a big fucking beard. Shit, I'm yawning. Holy shit.
He really does look like Ethan sometimes.
He does sometimes.
Yeah.
It's weird because sometimes he doesn't.
He looks different from every angle. I'm convinced. Every single shot in the show. he looks
Yeah,
like a
my
different
God, it's like
person.
he's a different
Yeah,
person depending
he
on what
does.
angle you've shot him from. This is wild.
I swear, like he didn't have a beard at the start of the episode, and then he did by.
And
the
then he
end
has
of
one
it.
at the end.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So what's
It's
going on
almost
there?
like time passed, you know.
Yeah, I know, but they couldn't have planned that, could they? Do you think it was
Just-
planned?
No, I don't. Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Just a moth just flew at my face just then.
That's what you get.
Is it what I get? Is that right?
You fucking get. Talk shit about John Walker. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, it's true. He didn't do anything wrong.
He's just trying to do a good job, man. He's trying to be a good soldier.
Yeah. What the fuck is up with this Mighty Ducks thing Disney Plus has put out?
What?
What's
What's
this?
that?
The Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Mighty Ducks.
I have no idea what this is.
Like the hockey
Dis-
team.
You've seen the movie The Mighty Ducks?
Yeah, the
obviously.
first one. Yeah.
What the
Is
fuck
that,
is
is
this?
that,
Oh,
is
they're
that
great
hockey
movies.
film?
With,
Are they
yeah,
doing the remake?
No, I've
with
never
Emilio
done- I've seen
Estevez.
it.
No, dude, they've literally got a show on Disney Plus, a new show with new Mighty Ducks, and they've got Emilio Estevez in it.
I don't
What the
know who
fuck?
that is.
What's happening? Emilio Estevez. He's Charlie Sheen's brother. And he was hugely
Am I meant
famous
to
all
know
throughout the
that?
80s and 90s.
Yeah.
How do you not
Why
know
is
who
his
Emilio Estevez
last
is?
name not the same
Wait,
then?
so is
Because
this
he
like
didn't
They're
want,
brothers.
because their father's famous too, and he didn't want to be associated with them.
Right.
He wanted to make it on
Right.
his own, which he did. He was a hugely famous actor. He was in everything.
Oh,
in
it
that.
was in the
Yes.
West Wing.
Fucking yeah, he was in West Wing. Fucking
Mission Impossible.
Mighty
Oh
Ducks.
shit.
Breakfast Club.
But you know they're related,
Wait.
Breakfast
so
Club,
everyone
wait,
else must
yeah.
as well.
So is this
Oh,
like?
and the Breakfast Club.
Is this like a
I'm
Cobra
older
Kai?
than all of you. I get it. What the fuck? I get it. I'm old. Fucking
this-
hell.
Is this like Cobra Kai but with the Mighty Ducks essentially?
Yeah, they've just Cobra Kai'd the Mighty Ducks, and you know
That's
what?
so
I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm gonna be honest with you. I loved the Mighty Ducks.
I'm gonna have to check it out.
So you just don't.
That's so
You
random.
don't know.
That's such a Disney thing to do. Just take the most obscure 1991 film and make a remake.
They're
it.
gonna do holes. I'm so sure they're gonna do holes at some point. It'll
Can
happen.
you imagine?
With
doing everything.
Without Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, I'd love if
Imagine
they got him
Shia
back
LaBeouf.
to play the kid.
They can't
just as
'cause
an
he beats
insane
his
50-year-old.
wife.
does he?
Yeah, he admitted it.
Oh
Charlotte?
yeah.
He
does
admitted
some
he was
weird
like, he was
method
like, I
acting shit.
fucking beat my significant other, and like he
What?
just admitted it. Yeah, like she she put an allegation out, and he was like, "Yep, I did that."
He's like,
he
yeah.
stabbed himself for fury.
He's
just
like,
to,
"Yeah,
get
I'm a
into the role.
horrible person." Like that's what he said.
It,
To be fair.
yeah, that does actually sound like something Shia LaBeouf would say
Shia
and
LaBeouf
do.
is
so
fucking insane.
Yeah.
I liked him in
he's-
Transformers.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah, yeah.
I
when you
did
saw
like
the-
him in that.
Yeah, I liked him in Even Stevens
Oh, that's
on
loud.
Disney Channel. Yeah, back in the day.
That's too old
Yeah.
for me. By a couple of years, probably.
Yeah, I realised that I'm a bit old.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's
that.
weird because we are only 2 years apart, but it feels like we're decades apart.
Yeah, I know. But I feel like you had a little brother, so you probably pulled back a bit, whereas I was the younger brother. So I was probably watching things a bit above my age as well.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
You know, like when I was like 10, I was watching fucking South Park. You know what I mean? Because my brother started to.
That's hardcore.
Dude, I was hard. It was a hard 10-year-old. Fucking rugged, rough around the edges. You know what I mean?
Oh my god.
I was doing bits and pieces. Oh, I want to watch that episode so much.
I'm just looking at this film and I'm just like, what? How do you make a whole film about kids playing hockey?
I guess it's
like,
more than that.
The young bullied kids, they're misfit kids that are trying to fit in and want to play hockey. And then you've got all these bully other teams. One in particular, fucking shit-ass team, they're just beating up everyone. And they just need like some coach to like bring them together. And you've got this like really well-established, like he was a great player in his time. And he was a part of this like big league and really good team of bullies. And now he's gone and he's coaching all the fucking misfits, and he makes them like a really tight unit, and they fucking win like it's the Mighty Ducks, the Flying V. How do you not know this?
Right.
That's so 90s. I like it though.
I'm a 90s kid, you know. Only 90s kids will remember the Mighty Ducks. Oh my god. Do you know what I hate, guys? Do you know what I really hate?
What's that?
What?
April Fools.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
I hate the only thing from this April Fool's that I enjoyed, because sometimes it's like one or two things. There's always like one thing. It's like, that was, you know what? It's clever. It's funny. Whereas everything else is like embarrassing. Companies like needing to apologize a few hours later about, we really missed there, didn't we? Yeah, obviously.
We hear you loud and clear.
We're taking accountability, guys. Don't worry.
Fucking, it's like Burger King.
I really wish on April Fool's Day Burger King had just tweeted "Women belong in the kitchen" again.
That would
have been funny.
That would have been funny.
But yeah, it just feels like
Fucking
everyone
Eddie.
gave up this year, to be honest.
Fucking Eddie.
Joe's was
What Eddie
good.
did
Oh
was
my
amazing.
god, yes.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
That was a nostalgia trip for me. That's when I met him, was the Inside Eddie days. So it felt good to
Dude.
revisit it.
Is he
But
keeping
the
the
fact that he-
pencil beard?
Dude,
keeping
that was
it,
my
I
favorite
hope so.
part. Like, legitimately, like, he didn't just make the Inside Eddie show and do all these animations and do all the segments and talk like he used to talk, but he literally shaved to his
Yeah.
old beard.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh,
the
it's
dude,
amazing.
how does Eddie do this? Like, he's so committed.
It's
to the
so
top
weird how
quality of
committed he
content.
is, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's fucking
He
great.
goes above and beyond, does so much effort than any of us would be willing to do, just for a
Crazy.
laugh that's like 100 people will see. And he's like, I don't care. I just don't
Right.
care. I'm going to do it anyway. Like, that was amazing. But was there anything else that was even remotely... Like, it was just like... I feel like everyone knows now.
Yeah.
I feel like no one's fallen for anything.
Yeah, and it does feel like everyone just gave up this year. Like, there's, I mean, there's not much, to smile about in the world. That sounds fucking depressing. Sorry about that.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Thanks, James.
Nah, but yeah, it's just, shit, fake articles saying that WandaVision Season 2 is filming or whatever. It's just not, it's been done too many times,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I was going to do a April Fool's video this year, but then I didn't do it because I'm
What were
taking
you
a bit of a
gonna-
break.
What are you
Well,
gonna
last
do?
year...
Are you taking a bit of a break?
Yeah, I am. Have you not seen? I've not been doing anything.
No.
Today's the first day I've done something. So...
What do you
you're
mean? But
welcome.
what's your break for you?
Just not making videos or streaming or anything. Just chilling out.
You're not... No, I didn't see that. I didn't...
No,
when did
I
you
am.
say that?
So
you're not
I don't
streaming?
know,
You haven't been streaming?
Monday? I don't know. Yeah, last time I streamed was Friday last week, so it's been 7 days.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's been weird, man, withdrawals. But yeah, no, last year before April Fools, or was it after? It must have been after April Fools Day last year. I said, because that meme started happening about the door underneath the Villa Auditore that I just kept bringing up every fucking stream, and everyone was like, for April Fools Day next year, you got to do a quick law on it. And I'm like, the meme's gonna be dead by then, and everyone was like, no, but that make it funnier. And I was like, yeah, I agree with you, that would make it funnier. So I set a reminder in my calendar to make that video. And I got it the other day, but I was like, fuck, I'm taking a break. So I just dismissed it and then forgot about it. So I just didn't do it. Maybe it would have been funny, but I just couldn't be fucking bothered. And I feel like I just can't top last year's fucking collecting all the feathers. I feel like that was just a great video. So I don't know, maybe I'll do something next year. We'll see.
Yeah.
I like a good meme video.
Yeah, I mean, James Charles also posted an apology for being a paedophile on April Fool's Day.
Oh
He
yeah,
needs
what
to
the
joke or not,
fuck
but-
was
Dude,
that? What
needs
was
to
going?
stop texting
What is going on with
minors.
James?
He
What's
really
going
does.
on with James Charles? Every other day I see someone talking about James Charles on Twitter. What's going on with James Charles? Someone explain to me YouTube drama, please. I don't understand it.
He's a paedophile basically.
He is. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Keemstar has been going on a tirade, posting screenshots of Snapchats he sent to like dudes between the age of I think like 14 and 17.
Yeah.
They're like, come over, where's my hug type beat. And it's just abysmal. And there was
a
one
lot of them as well.
There was one or two that came out like a few months ago, and most people kind of just wrote it off as like it was just like, you know, fake or whatever. But last week, over the last week, like 10, 20 allegations have come out. So yeah, he posted this really shitty YouTuber apology.
And
like
it
every
literally is called something like, "Guys, I'm taking accountability." That's the fucking title.
Guys,
Holding
I'm
myself accountable.
He's not denying
For
that
being a
he-
paedophile.
I don't even know if he
Jesus
denies
Christ.
it at any point. He's just like, yeah, sorry.
How old is he?
20, I think.
20. Yeah.
And how old are the people he's texting?
Like, I think like 13, 14, 15,
Jesus
16.
I thought they were
fucking
18. What a fucking... Oh, there's no way.
Oh, but he'll get away with it though because he's not like an old fat man. So everyone will be like, "No, he's all right. It's just a mistake."
Yeah, yeah.
Holding myself
That's
accountable
happened
while
9-10
meanwhile he looks like some sort of bonsai tree. Like he looks like a bonsai. What the fuck is that?
That's insane. He's getting a lot of support.
He looks
as well.
he looks like the letter T. That's what he looks like.
Oh man.
Is he a he? Is that what is James
Yeah.
Charles?
Yeah,
James Charles a he?
yeah.
He is a
I,
he,
d-
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
He's
Me-
got like his video has 188,000 likes, only 30,000 dislikes. Like he's getting a lot of
Ooh.
fucking support over texting children. So like I don't really know. Like I just
No,
fucking-
but it happens, you know. Maybe it happens 9-10 times, but it happens. So
yeah, you know, it just
Why
a
does he
few
look like a
times.
robot?
you
He looks like a
accidentally do it.
robot.
Yeah, maybe he
He-
is.
Wouldn't be surprised.
he does look the part of like a TikTok nonce. I'll be honest.
He really does. Yeah. God.
James, what are you doing with your hair, bro?
I thought you were talking to me then. I was like, fuck, I don't know.
No, it's a bit of both.
I'm in
I'll be honest
lockdown.
with you, James. You need
Can't
to
help
sort out your
it.
hair as well. Yeah, you need to sort your shit out too.
Hey, look, you might be able to leave your house and go get someone to put scissors to your hair, but I can't do that. They're all everywhere's closed. So, fucking fight me.
I'd pay to watch that.
Yeah.
This is the fakest voice
would
I've
be
ever
great.
heard. Like, even the way James
Is
Charles
it?
talks, like the voice he's putting on, he sounds like a robot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a robot talking. The way he's even moving.
Yeah, he's
Are
just
you,
that-
is this another one of your conspiracy theories? You think James Charles is a robot now?
I actually think James Charles is a robot. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm starting to believe that James Charles is a robot. With that hair, that wasn't.
How
No
long
way.
until he's on the Microsoft payroll? Let's wait and see.
to be fair, all those LA influencers have something wrong with them though. Like
It's
there's
just
something wrong with
California,
them.
isn't it? It's just the state of California.
Yeah, it's a disaster.
24 hours being pregnant. That was a video I made a month ago. Nice. Yeah.
Reading all these comments, everyone just is just like, it's all right, James. Don't worry about it.
Well, yeah, like Carson got all his, you know, Carson got held accountable because he was ugly, but James Charles, well, I probably shouldn't. I'm not.
Carson
Yeah,
wasn't
it's
even
fucking-
as bad.
Yeah, what were you
Really?
going to say?
I wasn't gonna say. I was just. No.
I mean,
comment.
I don't know how to describe this robot. Like,
Yeah,
James
it's
James
weird.
Charles does makeup. That's why he's famous, right?
Yeah.
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 Big makeup guy.
Okay. Yeah. Then what's he doing on this video?
Don't know.
So he's not always in makeup. He's just like sometimes I'll just. Well, he's definitely wearing makeup in this
I mean,
video. But like,
I reckon Among Us in real life should have been the hint that he was a massive paedophile. Like, I don't know why this is.
Wait, what? He made
Wait,
Among
what's
Us in
that?
real
Oh,
life?
he did it with the yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can see it. Oh, this is fucking.
And he did it with a bunch of underage TikTokers.
I was gonna say this is sus, but I stopped myself.
James Charles was the imposter the whole time.
the.
Sorry.
Oh god.
What the hell? What the fuck are these videos? I've never looked at a makeup channel before. This is like a strange
Oh
experience.
no, he's like 22 because he's got a video called Drunk Makeup Tutorial that was 10 months ago. And there's no way he could legally drink in a video if he wasn't 21.
Oh, he's.
I don't.
Hold up.
I'll look this up.
And it says 21 plus in the thumbnail, so I don't know.
He's born 23rd of May. Oh yeah, so he's 21. Yeah.
Oh, fucking BBC are covering this. That's mental. Huh.
James Charles,
Simply too
YouTube
many
star,
pedophiles
admits
on YouTube.
messaging 16-year-old boys. Oh my god.
Remember Milo Yiannopoulos, James? You remember that guy? Milo Yiannopoulos?
Yeah, I
Oh
do
my
remember
God.
Milo
Oh my God.
Yiannopoulos.
Then when he was talking about like it's fine, this is what you do when you're gay.
Oh, and fucking
Yeah.
Joe
Like,
Rogan.
something?
Do you guys?
Yeah.
You know he's started a conversion center, like a gay conversion.
Oh yeah,
center.
he's straight now, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, he says he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's not. What do you mean? He's married. He's
That's what
married to a
he's-
black guy. He's married to a black guy, isn't he?
I don't know, but he started a gay conversion like therapy center. It's
No, he hasn't.
yeah,
He's like come out as straight, like he's like repenting or whatever.
yeah.
He's always been a massive troll, though. Even when he was like a writer at Breitbart, I don't think he ever believed a lot of the things he said.
Yeah,
He still
he's
makes content.
fucking
I'm on his
mental.
YouTube channel.
Yeah, he calls himself an ex-gay. He calls himself.
As if it's a crime.
Oh God, he
So
looks
stupid.
haggard now.
He's been
Oh,
through some
no.
shit. I mean, I think it was like coming to terms with the fact he was fucking molested. Was probably difficult for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the pandemic has not done well for you, Milo.
Yeah.
Oh no, I feel. Oh yeah. So he's straight now.
Yeah, apparently.
Apparently.
There's no way. I need to understand this.
Yeah. Here.
Straight.
Yeah. Self-titled pop star of hate, Milo Yiannopoulos, has announced plans to open his own conversion therapy clinic in Florida a week after declaring himself ex-gay.
Oh.
Milo Yiannopoulos
Jesus.
is not gay. Legion of Skanks. Oh, I love the Legion of Skanks. They're fucking just a bunch of savages, those guys.
He says that he's 100% sodomy free. Jesus.
Oh my god.
You could word that any other way.
This is what happens.
He's
when
on
you
the
don't-
Legion of Skanks and he's wearing a Ford hat. I love this. This is actually the funniest shit I've ever seen.
This is what happens if you never grow out of your 2016 Ben Shapiro face.
You become ex-gay.
Oh my god, Milo. I need to watch this. I'm going to need to figure this out. Milo Yiannopoulos. I always thought he was funny because I never took him seriously because he said the dumbest shit I've ever heard. But I'm like, you can't. You're not serious. Like I never thought he was real.
Yeah.
Well, like
You know
I
what I
enjoyed
mean?
him during my like edgy phase, where I'm like, oh, that's so provocative and edgy.
Yeah,
but
me
like
too.
now I can't stand that shit. And I just think like, I mean, a lot of what he said, I think he's just being a cunt. So I mean,
He was
it's
just trying to piss people off.
for me, like, it's just, yeah. And it's like, you know, whatever, I guess. But, like, I just think that's just being a bit of a cunt. But back then, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you start to say that all Muslims want to blow you up, you know, you kind of cross a line for me a little bit. Which is, that would be the line.
Yeah.
Mm.
Strange.
But, yeah, you know. And then, yeah, it was when he was on Joe Rogan and he was going on about how, like, he was fucking molested. And then Joe Rogan's like, wait, what? What are you fucking talking about? That's not normal. And he's like, no, yeah, it was just normal. And I think then he sort of realised, like, it sort of clicked. He was like, oh, shit.
Right.
And just sent him down this fucking spiral. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that was I remember like when it came out and I was like him talking about his priest, used to, you know, have in his words, we had sex. You know, I had a relationship with him. Dude, you're like 12. What are you talking about?
God.
No, he did me a favor. He showed me, you know, I was like, whoa, bro, this is wild.
Yeah, like,
This
he
is
still
wild.
didn't get it. Like,
Oh god.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yikes.
It wasn't until because he talked about it before on the podcast, and it wasn't until he came on like a year later and talked about it again that it sort of caused controversy.
Yeah.
He'd already talked about it,
Yeah.
and I was like, is no one going to address how fucking weird this is?
Mm.
So strange.
Wonder if he's a James Charles fan.
God, I feel like that would.
Nah, he's
each other.
ex-gay.
Yeah. my god. That's insanity. Wow. Well, I'll tell you what I didn't expect to talk about. Fucking James Charles and Milo Yiannopoulos. Fucking what year is it?
It's so weird that we talked about James Charles like twice on this podcast now. Because the other time we talked about how much we need to be paid to be like fucked by James Charles, right?
Did we talk about? Is that a real thing we talked about on this show?
Yeah, don't you remember that topic? We had it with George and Ethan were on.
What? Someone asked us how much would we be paid to have sex with James Charles?
Well,
No,
what
I think
was your figure?
You just said it, or
Did I?
George did. It was one of the
I do
two.
not remember that at all.
I feel like George said it, and then you were like, "This is a good topic," and ran with it.
I mean, I'm sure it would be funny. I'm sure it
It
sounds
was funny.
funny.
It was funny.
I just don't remember it.
No, I remember it being funny.
That's very bizarre. I always love hearing YouTube drama. Someone explain YouTube drama to me. I was like, wow. You know?
I like YouTube drama.
It's kind of, gotten worse over the years. Like, 2017 it was just shitty diss tracks, and now it's like actual pedophiles. No, it's
Yeah, it's not fun anymore. Once you get into paedophilia, it sort of stops being as fun,
It's like when Trump became president. It was all like everyone's talking about politics. Oh, it's really getting everyone involved. It's a bit of fun. And then by like 2020, it was like just vote the old fucking senile guy, and no one wants to deal with this shit anymore. Can we get back to ignoring politics and not caring? That's what
I'm glad it's over. I'm glad it's fucking over. I hate
We're all glad
politics
it's
so much.
I haven't heard a thing about anything since Biden went in, and that's the way I like it.
Yeah, he can just
Let
bomb
him put
kids in
ships
Syria.
inside us,
silently.
bomb
Yeah.
Syria. I don't want to hear about it. I just don't want to hear about it. That's all I care about.
I can live
As long
my
as it
ignorant,
doesn't
happy
affect-
life.
Yeah.
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 Just keep posting slow motion videos of them walking through the White House. They're not actually doing it. So it's
Oh man.
That's it. Shit. Was there anything you boys want to talk about before we wrap this show up, Jack and Joe? Anything you
well,
wanted
there
to
was
plug?
the thing about CD Projekt Red that came out yesterday.
Oh yeah,
What
the
thing
parallel
was it
development.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that them saying? I thought that was April Fool's. I ignored that. I thought that was.
Nah, I don't think so. At least, yeah, that they're just doing a Ubisoft, and
That's
making
not going to end well.
multiple development teams. It does seem like they're just going down the same path as the Activision Blizzards, the Ubisofts, of just
Yeah.
it's going to be a slower descent, I think.
So what are
but
they doing? A Cyberpunk and a Witcher at the same time? Is that what they're saying?
I think basically, yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
Um,
building up two franchise. They said like building up two AAA franchises at once. Like that's their goal. Is to.
Yeah, that's.
They're gonna have
that's
two
fun.
teams. One's gonna work on The Witcher. One's gonna work on Cyberpunk. And they're gonna do it simultaneously.
Which
Starting 2022, I think.
I think they should just give up on Cyberpunk, because at this point it's not going to be like the genre-defining RPG it was meant to be, like ever. Just work on the Witcher game, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't care about them anymore. Until they put out something good, I just.
It is
Cyberpunk was so overwhelmingly bad.
Yeah. It is mental.
I've never
how
played it. I got a review code and I just never loaded it. I
I
did
got a
the
review code
download and
after
then
I already
James.
bought it, but thankfully
then
it
James-
sucked, so I could get a refund.
Yeah. James goes, "Oh yeah, it's that bad. Don't play it." And I was like, "Okay," and then I just.
Yeah.
It's mental how.
Can't have you playing more bad games. You'll hate games even more.
Yeah, I know. That would be an issue. Yeah, what were you saying, Joe?
No, I was just saying it's mental how such a well-respected company can just collapse so quickly. It is just drop of a hat. But that's just how.
What
it
are the
be.
good game developing companies right now? You've got
Rockstar?
Rockstar, and
Nintendo.
like Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Sony Santa Monica, yeah. All those, first party PlayStation studios, they're good.
Yeah. I mean,
Square Enix is still in good.
Yeah.
graces for the most part.
Japan Square Enix though. Western Square Enix can suck a dick. They made fucking Just Cause Mobile and Avengers.
Yeah, no, yeah, you're right.
Japan Square Enix though, they can't put a foot wrong.
They're doing
Forspoken's looking
Final
alright.
Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. Yeah,
Yeah, Forspoken looks sick.
Yeah, it do be.
that's it. Well,
Yeah.
that's it, gamers. We can wrap
Fair
this
enough.
show up. Another episode of the As Always podcast. Joe, Jack,
Yeah.
thank you so much for joining us today. The guests of the year 2020. They've come back to defend their crown.
Hey.
And we'll find out at the end of the year. Have they done it? Then I'm sure we'll get you boys on before the end of the year again. Anyway.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be sick.
So you'll have even more of an opportunity to defend the crown of guests of the year.
Speak into
Um,
existence.
Yeah, speak it into
manifest it.
existence. You manifested it. You made it happen, and it happened. So yeah, appreciate you guys coming on and love what you guys are doing, and hopefully,
Cheers.
with both your individual channels, you continue to grow and find the way you want to do content. So yeah.
Oh, cheers.
Thanks for having us on, man.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's been a blast.
It's been a blast, and hopefully Jack figured out OBS this time. He says he has, but we haven't seen anything yet, so I don't know if that's true.
I considered it for the meme, but then I remembered the fucking Clubhouse after that podcast, and I was too scared to even fucking know.
What do you mean?
Nah, because in the Clubhouse after 129, the one we were in, you were like, Walshie, you can't even figure out your fucking aspect ratio. I'm going to cave your skull in, you cunt. That's paraphrasing, but it was something to that effect, and I was very frightened. So I won't try it again.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. That's fair. I thought it was funny. There's a good highlight from it, I think, on the next As Always podcast, where we're talking about Walshie. It was a good time.
That was good.
It was a good time. It was a good meme.
Yeah.
It was a good meme.
Yeah, Walshie.
Yeah, but yeah. So thanks for coming on, boys. And we'll have you on again soon, and hopefully I can weasel my way onto the podcast at some point. And then I've been on every show on the network.
Oh, for sure.
Beautiful.
Except when I start Jazz Lounge, then you haven't.
No, I'll fucking be on there. You're not fucking doing a podcast without me.
I don't know whether you have the right energy, Tyler.
Right.
I've got to catch you when you're half asleep, maybe.
Yeah. Which is most of the time I'm just talking to you, so it's fine. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the As Always podcast, brought to you by the great people over at patreon.com/asalways. So if you like what you're listening to here and you want to hear more, head over to patreon.com/asalways. For just $1 a month, you get exclusive access to the Clubhouse podcast, the best podcast on the internet. There's over 100 episodes for your streaming pleasure right now for just $1, plus early access to the Dynamite Show every Tuesday. So go check that out, just $1 plus. If you want to pay some more, there's lots of other cool bonuses, perks, and rewards. So thank you to Sweet Vintage Lads over at patreon.com/as always. We have Avery Dobbs, Clark53, Damien. Does the name William Miles ring a bell? Flash Paradox, Jasper Olsen, Cassandra, Fingers Me with the Thick Strong Arms, King Richard III, Real Kermit Cinema, Ryan Hafer, Tristan Weaver, Viridian, Bullsack47, Danny with the hard name, Aragon, Henry, Justin, Lumistrad, Murray 5380, Ooga Booga, Chinka Wooga, Tuga Mooga, Luga, Suga Vuga, Yuga Duga, Suga Zuga, Yuga Duga, Pink Flame 313, Sav 2557, Seth, Zacharias aka Kieran, Adam Sundling, Andy Cure, Angel of Harlem, Anonymous 1K, Big Dick 666999, Ben Davis, Ben Higgins is waiting for the David Jerome EP, Benedict Clobbers, Biggest Fucking Virgin, Bodge, Biko Evil the Elder, Brian Ford, Christian0210, Chunky Malha, Connor DeRose, Bull in the Alley, Emil Catborg, Evan the Kitty, Fat Fuck Cuck, Fishy, Franco, Gene, Gimme a Penis, Ginkgo Swag, God Bless the Visionary Zack Schneider, Gwen Hughes, Harrisy, aka Bat Assassin, Hooky, Idiot Strength, Jack Nichols, Jack DJ, 1998, Jackery, Joe the Founder's Scarab, PS, tried to beat my Brotherhood console speed run record, Tyler, you pussy. Thanks there, Joe. Josh Duval, yay. Josh J. Anderson, Joshua James, Joshua Mora, there's a lot of Joshes there. Cassassin, Christian Rowe, Kyle, Lady Litzamania, Liam, Luca, Louis De Leon, Master Bass, Max H, Milky Boy, or Milk. I always say Milky Boy.
Okay, I've got another bone to pick with you before we fucking get on with the rest of this list. Every time you say Jack DG 1998, you say J instead of G, and it pisses me off every single fucking time.
Do I not say G? Do I say G?
No, you say J every time. Every fucking time.
I've never noticed. Someone's going to point it out. I'm so embarrassed. I'm going to keep doing it now. Milk Boy, Nick Miller, Order 1908, Otaku, World 7, Owen, Big Brain Brain, Philip Stillwagon, Possessed Jackal, Pubert Flubert, Rainy Not Sunny, Radok, Ravjai, Samwise the Sassy, Son of a Bitch, OG Doggo, Sparky Barks, The Assassin Games, Adrian, The Blue Cow, They Call Me the Greenie Bearer, but Assassin Christmas is long gone, aka Connor, Tim Allen is a cunt, TJFL, Team Anna Travis, Trajan Markian Young, Tristan Obigfell, Walshie, Winona Ryder, aka Lindsay from Destination Wedding, and Zeppo. Thanks to Sweet Vintage Lads for helping power this podcast. Thanks again to Jack and Joe for joining us today, and as always, thank you, James, for co-hosting
You're welcome,
with me. And we will see you all tomorrow for Streamcast on the Four Pillars Network, and Friday for the Dynamite Show on the Four Pillars Network, and you'll have the Pastcast next week and Four Pillars Podcast next week. So we'll see you all very soon for all of those shows here on the Four Pillars Network. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night, lads.